Hello and welcome back to high school football action here in Hammer Cline Universe. I'm joined in the booth today by the one, Coach Craven. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. It's kind of weird to be doing high school from this point of view, but hey, I can adapt.
You're used to being on the field, on the coach's side here. Today we getting high school action going again. We have some of the user players joining the universe for the first time for the Pirates and the Titans. As you see some of the names, you should see all of your names on these little intro graphics as we get high school action kicked off again. It's going to be exciting to see all of your careers as we go through this season, see how you go to the CFA. Of course, that's going on right now. What do you want to look for from these guys? Obviously, it's young. We have a long season ahead of us, but what are some things that you're looking for from these players in the first game?
Oh, it's the first game. You gotta get a feel for how they play. They're getting a feel for how they play. You never know whether their skill set's going to fit the playbook. Things like that. You just enjoy it and see what happens in the first game like this.
Yeah, there's a lot of time to fix mistakes that are made in the first game. As this game is underway, the Titans are going to get the ball first, and it's going to be taken out from the 2-yard line up to the 23. This offense led by user quarterback JT McLean, his receivers Ricky Spider, Breddington James, and his running back is Elijah Levine, and his tight end is Wendell Joyce. We'll get back to the offensive line after this play. We'll see if they throw it. They threw it a lot last season with Fletcher Gross. We'll see if they continue that air raid style. They will on first down. The first throw is going to be nearly picked off underneath. Lucky that one got dropped. He was looking for James on the little drag route. Offensive line from left to right. Brandon Judge, Erasmo Yost, Patrick McAfee, no relation to the punter, Israel Valerio, and Rosario McPherson. So it should be a pretty solid offensive line. One of the better offensive lines in theory in high school. We'll see if that pans out on paper, on the field. Throw on the swing to the running back, and that's going to be caught for a gain of 8. Nice little broken tackle, and it's going to bring up third down.
Yeah, nice strong run there from the running back. You're like a guy that can get a little extra yards after he gets hit.
Yeah, that's something that the Titans really struggled with last season until Eddie Poole emerged. They struggled on the ground a lot, so a running game to help out McLean, it would be huge. He's going to throw here and throws it across the middle. Going to be caught. First down, first completion of the season, and that's going to be James. Oh, no, that's not James. That's Spider, number 8. The 8 and 6 look so similar in these uniforms. But Ricky Spider getting his first catch of his career and a first down.
I don't hate these uniforms. They look like a little bit of a new take on the 49ers, like an all-white version or something.
Yeah, I do really like these uniforms. All the uniforms they're all unique. Pump fake, throw right side, going to be caught down to the 35-yard line, and that's going to be number 81, backup wide receiver. That's Gerald Dobson.
I knew a guy in school named Gerald Dobson. He was kind of a dork.
Maybe that's why he's the number 3 receiver.
Could be.
First down now. Go ahead.
Sorry. No, I was going to say, did I see Bear defense earlier?
You did. They these generic playbooks, they do love to run Bear defense. So those number 3 defensive tackles on these teams are very important because they're on the field quite a bit. In some leagues, we don't like to run Bear defense. Here, they love it.
Yeah. Well, in some leagues, when you're just starting out with a new team and the guy's not really equipped, he runs Bear defense, and you're like, are these working?
Huge run there from the running back. And that's going to get all the way down to the 3-yard line. You mentioned earlier this guy's ability to kind of break that first tackle. He broke 2 tackles there. That was Derek Wick running all the way down to the 3-yard line.
Yeah, he looked a little bit like John Wick going through the crowd there.
Yes, he did. Derek Wick, 5'8", 248. He's a bowling ball.
Ho, 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 ho. Yeah, I guess he's not going to fall into the finesse category, is he? Still like him already.
First and goal, McLean to throw. Throws out to the fullback, and the fullback's going to score the first touchdown of the high school season 2. That was Randall Gainey on the reception. The Titans strike first.
That's an excellent first drive. Some nice balance there. They moved the ball around to a couple different people through the air. Obviously, the big bad man running the ball did well, and then finish it off with the fullback. I appreciate the variety.
Yeah, it was really nice to see that. I mentioned what the Titans did last season. Obviously, they had Fletcher Gross, they had Clay Kersley, they had Tyron Trent, just high-powered offense. But it wasn't really until they unlocked their running game that they took that next step with Eddie Poole. Having that right off the bat with Wick, I think gives this team a massive advantage as the extra point is up and good, 7-0.
Yeah, Wick does look like a guy. Oh, I apologize. Wick does look like a guy who can carry a heavy load for him. And,
I mean, he is a heavy load.
Touché.
Time to see the Pirates and the one and only Mr. Hairflip himself, Bryant Dynasty, for the Pirates. Hawaii native. And
I've never heard of that guy before. I can't put my finger on it, though, but I know him from somewhere.
yeah, something about the name just rings a bell.
Or something, yeah.
You're going to be looking at his receivers are Boris Wright and Hong Gaddy. What a name there. And then his running back, obviously, another user, Swift Wittett. I love that name. It's such a great name. And then Sue Targaryen, the fullback, another user player on this offense. See how much they use the fullback. They used him decent amount last season. Dynasty going to throw first down. Going to be caught. There's a penalty. I think that was offside, so it's a free play as it's Wright's going to catch the first play of the game.
Yeah, unfortunately, with the lower level, and I'm using air quotes there because I'm not trying to disparage anybody, but with these lower levels, you don't have that experience and connection yet to the receivers to take the deep route and to take that free deep shot on a deep play. They don't always get that done, and as they get more experience, you might see that a little more often. But right now, they usually just run the play they had called.
Yeah, sometimes the safest play is just get something with it. And you got 1st and 5 now. Targaryen, the fullback, in the backfield, and they're going to hand up to Swift Wittett, who is going to be stuffed in the hole. Swift Wittett, a speed back by trade, and so you're not really going to see him break that many tackles. But if he gets into the open field, oh boy, look out.
Okay, nice. I would assume with a name like Swift, he's probably not that slow, you would hope, unless he's going for irony.
That would be funny if he was, Derek Wick size. Throw across the middle. Dynasty's going to complete it. 1st down and 10. That was to number 87. That is Jan Bohem. Tight end for this team is Todoro. Teodoro. Teodoro. So take your best guess at that fully. Offensive line from left to right. Dennis Flannery, Diego Reese, Bryant Kay, Dong Drummond, and Park McNully. Throw here is going to be caught for 6.
I'm just hoping that Targaryen cat didn't come on a dragon and
we could
stable.
We could be
burning the place down.
We could be in for a very crispy end to the season if he did.
Starts getting those wild eyes. Need to talk.
Dynasty's going to chuck it down to Swift, who's going to be wrapped up very quickly. I do like that check down, but Max Van Linge, another user linebacker, played that perfectly and wrapped him up.
Yeah, it's the right idea. I mean, the guy's fast. You're trying to get him on the perimeter and give him a chance, but didn't catch the ball in stride, wasn't able to harness that speed, and here we are.
3rd and 7. Dynasty with 4 receivers, 3 to the top. See what they can do on this 3rd and medium. Going to throw it and tipped away and incomplete. We're going to see the punt unit come out for the Pirates. Let's take a look at the punter, who he is. That would be Blake Kaysen, number 17, punter for the Pirates. So see how he does. Punters last season in the high school football weren't too great. We'll see if they get a little bit better this season. This is a very good punt. Extremely good punt. Oh, my goodness. 4.5 hang time. It's going to pin the Titans down at the 13-yard line. That's where McLean and company will take over.
It's such a weapon to have a punter that can flip the field for you like that.
It really is. I mean, we saw Marcus Barker, obviously, was on a bad team last season. Northwest didn't do too good, but his ability to do that for the Cobras kept them in some games that maybe they wouldn't have been otherwise.
Yes. Yeah, it's a big deal.
McLean to throw it out route, going to be caught. A little bit behind the receiver, but completed.
Yeah, if the linebacker had been just a touch quicker, he might have had a shot at that, but didn't work out that way, and got some positive yards.
Defensive line for the Pirates, you got defensive end, user defensive ends, Zeus Williams, Derek Eng, and Jared Clemens, and Rory Babin on the defensive line, as this run is not going to go anywhere. Linebackers for the Pirates, Manuel Connors, Marlon Schultz, and Lowell Pritchett. And the quarterbacks, Logan Staley and Tyler Powell. Safeties are August McVeigh and Lincoln Marciro. Third and 4, split backs formation for the Titans. We're running that bear defense. McLean going to throw the out route, tipped up, and incomplete. Dangerous location for that. And the punt unit now comes out for the Titans. Out, he was looking for Wendell Joyce, the tight end.
Yeah. Boy, when that ball went up in the air, I think everybody on the sideline puckered up.
Yeah, I think they did. That was that was a little bit nerve-wracking there for all involved. The punter, no relation to Swift Whittet. It's Russell Whittet. At least I don't think there's a relation. We'll have to ask Swift. Maybe a strange cousin, something like that. But
possibly, yeah.
But
from the same ancient Scottish clan or something.
Probably something like that. Yeah. And maybe they have some connection to the Targaryens. I don't know.
Ah, yes.
Titans defense. We'll go through them. Defensive line is led by Alberto Lerma, Edgardo Schiffet, Justino Marr, Isaac Wendell. We'll get to the linebackers and defensive backs after this play from Dynasty. Good blitz up pickup by the running back, and they're going to gain 4. Now the classic Pirates no huddle. We saw this all season with Trevor Colton, the Pirates last year. Already going, they're going to hand up to Swiftwood up the middle, spins out one guy, and right there you see his explosiveness right off the ball.
Yes, yeah, we got a flash there. Just because they're not power back, that doesn't mean they can't run between the tackles. If they get the blocking, it's still dangerous.
That one hits his guy in the face mask, and it's going to be incomplete. They're going to stay in the no huddle, and my guess would be they stay in this no huddle until they go out of bounds. Dynasty to throw. Plenty of time. Throws it deep left side, out of reach, under pressure. Got that one a little off point.
Not giving up on the no huddle, though.
Pirates, they love this no huddle. I don't know what it is about them. They do it more than anyone else. Play action. Dynasty steps up, throws it left. This time caught. Tight end brings that one in, but it's going to be 4th down. And this is a long field goal for high school. I don't know if they'll send out the kicker.
Yeah, having a kicker that can get past about 30 yards in school is a tremendous luxury that most people do not have.
And indeed, Damon Royster stays on the sideline. It will be Blake Kaysen, nearly blocked, but he gets it off, and it looks like a beautiful punt. Lands on top of his gunner's head, and it's going to be down to the 9-yard line. What a punt there from Kaysen.
Yeah, he was really using his head there, wasn't he? Sorry, I couldn't resist. I had to say it.
It was on there with like a silver platter for us. Let's highlight that man there, number 37. Who's that? That's Morris Myrick. He's not your Rick, he's Myrick. Oh boy, the puns are.
Morris Myrick. Hey Morris, this Bud Light's for you.
Seems appropriate. 1st and 10 here for Wick, McLean and company.
Probably was inappropriate of me, but can't help it.
Throw, kind of an awkward throw, and a loss of 4. I mean, we do mark these videos as not for children, so what can we say?
Here we go. It is not child friendly. Both of these teams are having a little bit of trouble with that check down. They're not quite getting the out development they need, and the guys are just sitting ducks out there.
Yeah, you got to lead the guy a little bit more. Handoff up the. Oh my word! Blasted handoff. That was 57, and that was the linebacker Lowell Pritchett who made the tackle, blowing that one up.
Yeah, he looked like he was holding a grudge for something, because that was vicious.
3rd and 19 for the Titans. McLean, you assume he's going to throw it. They're going to just run a delay up the middle, and that's actually going to work decent to get them some space for the punter. I don't hate that, especially young guy, young team, first game, not having your young quarterback throw it out of his end zone.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to protect your guys, and that's they've done pretty solid on defense, and they're just going to trust the defense to do it again. So.
Get to see some more. I want to see some more of Swift with it. You saw that run up the middle. When they give him space, he's pretty fast. He has a quick first step. And I think if they can mix that in, like you were talking about with the balance of the Titans on that first drive, if they can mix that balance in, we know the passing offense is probably going to be okay with Dynasty and the tools he has, but it's a balance that we want to see.
Yeah, I still think that ultimately you've got to be able to do both. Yes, you can have a strength. Yes, you can lean into that strength and do that the majority of the time, but you still got to be able to do at least a little bit of both run and pass. So,
Dynasty under pressure is going to go down, and they get to him. That was the defensive line, number 79. That would be Isaac Wendell. Or Weddle, not Wendell. There's no N in there. Weddle, who made the tackle. Let's take a look at this defensive linebackers for this team. Leon Reese and Heath Plonko are the outside linebackers. User linebacker Max Van Linge on the inside. Cornerbacks Otto Colbert and Wilton Ramos. Safeties are Val Sally and Eduardo Vera.
Linebacker, that just sounds like a linebacker name, doesn't it? Max Van Linge.
Oh, it's a great name. It's one of my favorite ones.
It's a great linebacker name.
There's something putting the van in there. The van. Either way you go.
I went Vaughn, didn't I? It's Van. My apologies.
Well, there's something about it that just makes it the two word last names for linebackers work so well.
Yes, it really does.
3rd and 15 now for the Pirates after the Titans faced this just a couple plays ago. Dynasty to throw, steps up on the run, tipped away. 4th and 15 coming up. That was the safety, Keys, who knocked that one away.
Pirates need to. They've done a good job, but after they did not get a first down. Well, maybe they did. I don't remember the first drive. But after they punted the ball away on that first drive, you're looking at it wondering, as good as the Titans looked in the first drive, you thought, boy, they could be down 14-0 before they get the ball back. They've done a good job avoiding that, but they need to get something. It would really be good for them to get a stop here And even if it's just 3, they've got to get off the schneid, so to speak, and get some points and try to get some momentum.
Yeah, and that punt goes in the end zone. You know, we talked about the advantage of having a good punter, and we could see that on the last drive. It limited what the Titans felt comfortable doing, got them off rhythm on the first play, and boom, it's a punt, 3 and out. And now in a little bit better field position to see if the defense can do the same. As they're going to start in shotgun for McLean, hands off to Wick. Wick has blockers out in front, and a great play there by the cornerback to get off a block and save what, at the very least, may have been a long run.
Yeah, he might still be running if that guy doesn't make that play because he had blocking downfield, and it looked like they were sealed on the backside.
That was Logan Staley who made that tackle. 2nd and 2, handoff up the middle. Going to be first down yardage for Wick. That's going to do it for the end of the first quarter here in Pacific. 7-0 ball game. You're watching the High School Football Alliance here on the HCU YouTube channel. Season 2 of High School Football. If you want to get your own player, join the Discord. And when we open player submissions for Season 2, you can get in there and get yourself on the field. First down and 10 for McLean. He's going to throw it. Post caught, first down, and that's Breddington James on the reception.
Very nice throw there. He threw it only where his guy could get it. Had to make, probably would have been a pass interference if the guy tried to make a play on the ball. It was well done.
Yeah, good inside leverage from the receiver. McLean noticed it and hit him in the perfect spot, like you said. First down and 10 now for McLean and the Titans. As they're nearing midfield. Throws it underneath. Going to be caught. Tight end gets 4. And McLean has done a good job of, when pressure starts to get there, not panicking and finding his check down man.
Yes, he does. And you said this is his first season as a starter, right? They had someone else last season.
Yeah, this is his first season. He's a user quarterback, JT.
Yeah, he's looking a little more seasoned than we might have expected.
And off, and big hole for Wick, who's going to get to the 46, 3rd and short. As good blocking so far for both these teams, honestly, have done a good job on the offensive line, getting space for the running backs.
Mm. Yeah, I get the feeling that the Pirates might be better off trying to run between the tackles a little bit more, even though they have that speed guy. Their best run between the tackles.
3rd and 2, out route, gonna be caught. Ricky Spider comes down with that one. That was, the quarterback was lurking on that.
That's just about the toughest 2-yard gain you're ever going to see. That's not a run against a stacked line. That guy had someone bearing down on him. He had to focus and hang on to it. Good job by James there.
Handoff out of shotgun, and Wick's going to get to the outside, somehow make something out of nothing there, as that got strung out a long way. Myrick came up to make the tackle. I don't usually like those shotgun runs, and that's why, but managed to get some positive yardage at least out of it.
Yeah, they ran that one earlier that was quite successful, but what you just saw there feels like that's the norm with those things.
They're going to do it again and prove us wrong as they get 5 yards.
Somewhere my ex-wife is saying I told you so just because she enjoys doing that. Even though she didn't tell us so on this one.
You can hear her voice echoing through the stadium.
You can just hear it, yeah.
3rd and 3 split backs for the Titans. Going to hand it off up the middle and stuffed. They were sitting on that one. Derek Wick is not going to get the first down. Pritchett again with another clutch tackle, and the punt unit comes on once again as quick opening drive, but since then defenses have really showed up.
Yeah, they've really ruled the day since then. At linebacker, Pritchett's having himself a good game already. He's got a couple of key tackles and has stopped Wick.
This
It
is
looked
going
like it was going to be difficult.
to be fielded and taken into the end zone, unfortunately. So the Pirates are going to get this at the 20. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's been it seems like the same guys on both these teams are coming up to make these plays and blow these plays up early in this one. So as an offense, if you can key in on those guys, maybe get an offense lineman up to the second level, try to take out Pritchett out of the picture, you might have some space.
Right. Yeah, that's going to have to happen for them to get much out of the running game, it looks like.
Get hand off to Swift with it, and Swift is going to get his way up for 9 yards. And what do you know? They're going to the no huddle that they love.
But look at that. There's the quote-unquote speed back right up the middle for, one of his best runs.
Speaking of Swift with it, that fullback right there, Targaryen, he had a little bit of acceleration on the sideline.
Yeah, he's on fire, pun intended.
Throw here from Dynasty. Slant, caught, first down, and the offense is starting to churn a little bit.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. This is what they needed.
Hurrying to the line. They're going to toss it out to Targaryen, who's going to get some space, break a tackle, and get a first down. Love to see the big man getting a run.
That was fantastic. You just gotta love a nice fullback toss.
and he seems like a perfect guy to have that role. You need a certain kind of fullback to be able to run with it. I mean, early in this one, we're seeing the Pirates really have two stud guys in the backfield. It looks like that they can go to Targaryen and Swiftwood. You have a little bit of a thunder lightning combo.
A little bit, yeah, and interestingly enough, like Swift, I was just going to say he's been really effective inside, and then he kind of got stuck. But it's going to happen. It's going to happen once in a while. But Swift with it needs a little help, I guess, is what I'm trying to say, because he's not going to break a lot of tackles. But when he's well used, he's clearly a weapon. So.
Yeah, when he has some space. And he's pretty good in that 1 9-yard run he had. He didn't really break a tackle, but he kind of weaseled his way through a small hole in the offensive line.
Yeah.
So,
and he even in the clutches, he wiggled forward for a couple of extra yards. So he's not going to go down immediately, but
he's not going to take on a linebacker. Dynasty going to throw this one. Caught. First down, spins out his own man and throws another one off of him. Everyone is just breaking tackles right now.
Inspired. They are inspired. This is a great drive. This is exactly what the Pirates needed here.
Inside the red zone, go route covered on the top. They're going to throw it underneath and get another 9-yard reception. Just can do no wrong on this drive.
Oh, this is fantastic.
2nd and 1, handoff to Swift. With it up the middle, touchdown, Pirates. And just like that, hurry up down the field, the Pirates tie the game.
Immensely. All kinds of variety. They used all their weapons and moved it all over the place. That was fantastic. That was fantastic.
Yeah, man, love to see the balance. We talked about the balance earlier. Love to see the balance from that team running, passing, getting Swift going on that drive was kind of the difference.
Yes. Once the defense was in a position where they had to be concerned about him, it opened up things for a few other people, and just fantastic. I mean, hey, we got to give Targaryen credit too. He had a couple of very nice runs, very nice plays, I should say. I think one was a pass. That 1-2 combo of those two guys just opened up the field for him.
Yeah, seeing Targaryen, I love seeing fullbacks get in space. And last season, the Pirates had Napoleon Queen, who was one of the ended up being a 3-star. It may have been a 4-star. I can't remember off the top of my head, but he's a very solid fullback.
Okay.
And
where did he land?
He landed. Let me pull that up. Actually, I have that. It was shocker. I don't have all this memorized just yet.
Very disappointed.
I know. I really should spend more time doing this stuff. Fullback. Napoleon Queen, he ended up with Mojave Tech. He's a 3-star fullback.
Okay.
Oh, they didn't have Napoleon Queen. Napoleon Queen was on Southwest. They had Noble Bell. Both of them were 3-star. Queen went to Mojave Tech, and Bell went to St. Cloud. This run, though, blown up in the backfield by the defensive line, number 95. That is Jerry Clemens. I don't know how to say the first name. I'm still learning the names. Names are not my strength.
I didn't see if that was a trap or a dive. It probably was a trap, and it looked like he just followed the trapping guard through the gap and threw that up.
McLean to throw deep across the middle, nearly picked off, as if he needed to put a little bit more air under that one, and Schultz had that one in his hands, couldn't bring it down.
Yeah, it almost feels like the momentum has flipped significantly, and if the Titans don't get this, which the odds are not in their favor right now, they may find themselves looking up at the Pirates on the scoreboard very soon.
Yeah, and I mean, it makes sense. They haven't been able to capitalize on the last 3 or 4 drives. McLean going to throw it deep, though. Going to be incomplete. Gave his man a chance. He's looking for James, but couldn't bring it in. And the punt unit comes out as another failed drive for the Titans.
Yeah, that's a tough situation, both for the offense and for the individual players to make those plays. The odds are not in your favor in those circumstances.
Yeah.
Good effort. James made a great effort on that ball. He came to the sidelines. I would not be giving him a hard time for that because he tried.
And I like the play call, too. Give it to one of your star receivers, throw it deep, and give him a chance. And McLean gave James a chance to make the play. Double coverage is a tough one to make.
Yeah, and the truth is, he will make that play quite frequently. It's a tough circumstance to be in, but you look at the guy, you look at his size and his obvious skill set. He'll make that play for you from time to time. Just hopefully you're not in that situation too often.
You don't want to be counted on a 3rd and 14 conversion every week.
Yeah, not a recipe for long-term success. Oh, no.
Whittet kind of missed the hole there, ends up losing too. I think if he went right, he could have gotten some yards.
Could be, and it looks like early on the pursuit from the Pirates from the Titans is just too good for them to run wide. They've got to, if they're going to get him out wide, it's got to be on a flare pass or something like that. I don't think they're going to have success sealing the edge and running around the outside.
And then in the middle, you got Van Lynch, so it's a tough team to run on.
Exactly, yeah. But that is where they've had their most success running, is right up the middle. So
Dynasty going to throw that slant again and picks up almost all the yards they needed, as number 13 has been the favorite target so far in this one. That is Hong Gaddy.
The name confuses me.
Confuses me too. It's a name.
I need to look at my roster and try to understand.
Dynasty going to throw the out, and that's going to be caught for the first down. Like those out routes, play calling for both these teams has settled in a little bit more. The Pirates are just every play seems to have someone open.
Yes, they're doing a good job, even when they haven't been particularly successful. Play calling has been on point. It's been the right choice most of the time.
Artie Sowards, I think that's how you say the coach's name, Artie Sowards. He got his team to a decent season last season, but it didn't get, obviously, the success they wanted. That throw on the rollout, just a little bit off point and nearly picked, looking for Foley. Honestly, if he throws that go and just lofts it over the top, he might have a touchdown.
I was going to say, he looked like he locked in on that guy a little early. That slot receiver looked like hard to tell from the camera angle, but he looked like he came open. It
really did. Sowards got his team to the playoffs last season, and they went what was their record? They went 4-4, I believe, during the regular season. A respectable year. Obviously, they lost to the Lions 31-14 in the playoffs, but this is a team with high expectations for the season. Right on that one. Gain of a couple, going to bring up a third and short. Going that hurry up. We already know this isn't field goal range for them. We'll see if they run it, see if they pass it. They're going to hand it off to Whittet up the middle, and he can't quite get there as the linebacker came around the edge to bring him down.
Boy, I tell you what, I would go for it. I really would.
I would give it to Targaryen up the middle right now. Fullback dive. It looks like they're lining up for it.
Targaryen would be an excellent choice. Now, that is a loaded front against him. But you don't need that much. If you can just get a hat on a hat, get a little bit of push, then, well, they look like maybe they're not going to do it.
And it looks like they're just trying to draw the defense off sides. I think I say this almost every game, but I don't hate it in the first half. But
I don't either. Yeah, it's... Hey, if it works, then you look like a genius. So, you know, it is what it is. But by the same token, that's a situation where it's like, well, you're coming up on the 2-minute warning. Your defense has been playing great the last couple series. So what if you turn over the ball? Go for it, you know, but...
Punt unit is on field now. See if they can pin them deep. They've pinned them a few times. Titans, they needed some momentum. They've struggled on their last few drives since the opening possession. This one's going to not be a very long punt and only goes out to the 16. So not exactly what you were looking for on that one.
No, I mean, at this level, you take it. You know, inside the 20, you'll take it. Certainly, they would have been wishing for more. I think that's obvious, but you know, I'll live with it since they didn't do either one of what we wanted them to do originally. I guess this is what we're going to get.
You got to accept what you can take, right?
That's right.
First and 10 for McLean. They're going to bring a little bit of pressure, chuck it down to Wick, who's going to get. They're going to say he's still in bounds, but gain of 3. They're going to let the clock continue to tick. Look there, the QB matchup. Obviously, Dynasty with the yard, but McLean has the touchdown, and the score is even right now. So despite the ups and downs, it's still anyone's game.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And I feel like I said before that it felt like the Pirates had taken the momentum. The fact that they didn't go in and score, I'd call the momentum pretty much even at this point. Both of them playing well on defense. I don't feel like it's been a failure of the offense as much as it's been the success of the defenses.
Lavagine on the run there, only a gain of a few, managed to make something out of nothing. They're going to bring out the pass offense. It looks like they're going to see if they can get a first down. Just about a minute to go in the first half. McLean, good. Going to throw it deep. Going to be caught one-handed across the middle. And now down to the 44. They take their first timeout, and they have some space to operate with.
What a catch. Wow. Had to have a little bit of style points on that one as well, I guess.
Yeah, one-handed from Springer there as it works. It gets him down to the 44-yard line, out trying to get some yards. All of a sudden, your momentum, your change, and your thinking goes from, if we get some yards, whatever.
Yeah.
Now it's like, okay,
exactly.
Anything other than a field goal is a failure.
Exactly. Yeah. Although they go back to 21 personnel. They could be aggressive out of this.
Looks like they will be. They're going to throw it down to Wick. He's going to get tackled in the backfield, and they're going to get caught in this hurry-up cycle. So looks like what could have been a promising little bit of play for the Titans might not work, but they're going to throw it deep. As I say that, and a miscommunication. Oh, and he had him down the sideline. Couldn't find his man. I don't know if it was McLean expected a different route or what, but that one was about 4 yards off.
Yeah, that's disappointing. That's disappointing for all of them. Let's shake it off and come back, but in the back of your mind, you're going to go into halftime going, man, if they don't score.
McLean to throw, third down, throws it, slant, converts the first down, And going to say in this hurry up, yeah, it looked like maybe McLean was expecting more of a go, and James kind of ran a corner a little bit. And
He looked like he was getting ready to uncork one for a second there. He's all winding up, and he just took that little quick
I would have
throw.
taken a timeout at this point, but it looks like they're not going to.
I agree.
Keeps it going, and at least they're in a decent formation. He's going to throw it across the middle, and looks like they'll be able to line up for a Hail Mary attempt. But you hate going to the locker room with a timeout.
No. Yeah, that's something. I don't like criticizing other coaches. I really don't like it. You know, we don't know their circumstances and whatnot. But in that circumstance, I'm not shy about saying, I don't know why you do that. I don't know why. It's not like you get to carry that timeout over. So.
Either way, though, one play for the Titans. Good to see a little bit of McLean's arm strength, I guess, at the very least. Assuming he gets the ball off. We know how these Hail Marys often end up in a sack.
That's true.
They got some tall receivers. He has some time. He's going to uncork it. And he lofts that one out the back of the end zone. It's going to be halftime here in Pacific. Score 7-7. As these two
hey, he had the arm to get it there at least. Oh. You know, we'll give him that.
He definitely did have the arm. But halftime here in Pacific. And we will be back after this recap of the first half. Welcome back to the second half here in Pacific. 7-7 ball game between the Titans and the Pirates. It's been good, though. The defenses have played well. Offenses have been up and down, but overall, it's been a good game. Pirates going to get the ball first in the second half here as the return up to the 27.
I agree. I think, like I said, in the first half, it has not really been a failure of the offense overall.
So Pirates get the ball first here. Dynasty getting to see him, Targaryen and Whittet. Of course, I'm joined in the booth by Coach Graven still. He hasn't left since halftime.
Why would I leave? I got a nice drink and
deep throw just misses him. That's the second deep shot we've seen that they just couldn't connect on.
Yeah, boy, that would have been a heck of a way to come out in the second half, wouldn't it? Just bam, first play.
I love the call. I love just coming out first play of the second half, just bombs away.
I appreciate it. Got a reputation for being a run-first guy, but still like to take my shots, and that was a great place to take a shot.
Dynasty going to hand off to Whittet, who's just smothered.
Yeah, that's not. I don't think that's the play for these guys again. At least against this defense. Maybe against another team that play can work, but they're just not getting the blocking. They're not sealing the edges.
Yeah, Whittet needs some blocking, needs some space to get going. And we've seen him do it, but not on that one. Dynasty throw on third down, deep shot caught, and they get to midfield. They finally connect on one of the deep shots and move the chains.
Yeah, that was a nice job adjusting to the pass. It was just a little bit underthrown, and he went up and got it. Basically became the defender, made sure to take it away from the defensive player. Play by the receiver.
Boris Wright, his 5th catch of the day. His longest catch of the day, too, it looks like.
Yeah.
Dynasty with an I formation behind him. He's going to throw out of it. Deep left side, going to be caught. Defender falls down, and that's a touchdown for the Pirates.
Wow. Pirates saw something they liked and came out aggressive. Look at them.
If Optimus was here, he'd say, if you leave your feet, you see defeat. Boris Wright scores as that was perfect ball placement from Dynasty.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. High into the outside. Nobody was going to pick that off.
And like you said, Pirates coming out firing on all cylinders and score on their first drive just a minute 17 seconds into the second half.
Yeah, they had that one run that didn't really work, and they went right back to being aggressive. It paid off.
Yeah, letting Dynasty sling it. He was already over 100 yards in the first half, and that drive there, I got to put him close to 200 already.
I just wish I could figure out where I knew that guy from.
Right? There's just something about him. There's an aura.
Yeah. Is he like an influencer, maybe? Maybe he's got TikTok videos he does or something.
I think so. Maybe he has a Facebook page.
Maybe, yeah. I was going to say it can't be TikTok because I don't TikTok, so, you know.
He must be Facebook famous.
Yeah. MySpace. That's what it is.
I don't know why that didn't come to our mind first. I love that they have Wick on the returns here. This 5'8", 240 running back is taking the kick returns. It's so great.
NFL is worried about injuries on kickoffs and coming up with all kinds of dumb ideas for it. These guys are like, hey, we're going to put a cannonball back there.
Hey, it's not working, at least. Hand off to Wick up the middle, good. Little crease, gets 4 yards. He's averaging almost 7 per carry in this game.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, honestly, both of these teams, when they don't get cute in the running game, are more successful. No, not a lot of, I mean, the Titans did have one successful run out of that shotgun sweep. Otherwise, it's been pretty much not good when they've done it. But when they just go straight ahead and hit you in the mouth, good.
Yeah, it has been. And, I mean, the Pirates, they had their one cute, they had the fullback toss, which I imagine should just be a staple in every playbook.
That's not cute. That's just a necessity. That's just awesome.
3rd and 1, lining up to run. It looks like we'll see if that's what they do. Toss play. Wick not going to get there. You mentioned not getting cute. Well, they did try to get a little cute there. It doesn't work. And the Titans cannot repeat the success of the Pirates.
No, they are now in the position that I thought they were about to put the Pirates in the first quarter. Because they just failed to convert. Pirates are going to get the ball. Pirates have a chance to open up a 14-point lead here. This is a big play for both, or not play, big series for both teams, I feel like.
Yeah, I agree. That's Whittet. Kicks this one off. 35-yard lines, where the Pirates will start this drive from. We saw a lot from Dynasty on that first drive. A lot of that Dynasty to right connection. And we saw that one run to Whittet. I'd like to see him get him a little bit more involved in this drive.
Yeah. Either between the tackles, maybe on a swing pass, not the checkdowns, where he's just standing there waiting for it, but something where he's in motion when he gets the ball. I feel like that'd be best for him. Oh, they didn't count that? Oh, that's disappointing.
Gaddy, they're saying that he did not get his feet in bounds. I don't know about that. It looked like he got at least 1 foot in, but don't think they're going to challenge it.
Don't look like it.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're going to challenge it, and it's going to be a 2nd down and 10 here for the Pirates. Hand off to Whittet. Blocking, but can't get away from that. One defender, only 3 yards on the play. If he could have gotten away from 27, that would have been a touchdown. 24, excuse me.
Yeah, that looked like it was going to be something, and then that guy didn't get sealed and made the play.
Third and 7 now. 4 receivers for Dynasty. He's going to throw. Check down. Short of the sticks. And you mentioned a big series. The Titans are going to win this round and save themselves from falling more than a 1-score deficit.
It feels like if someone can open up a 2-touchdown lead right now, that's almost insurmountable with the way these defenses are playing.
Yeah, both defenses are playing really good, and we didn't see a ton of super defensive games in the first season of high school football. This is a very defensive start to it. The punt is away. This punter is a heck of a leg. That's going to bounce inside the 10, inside the 5, down at the 4. Great job from the special teams unit, the punter there, to pin the Titans back against the shadow of their own goalpost.
Yeah, that was a fantastic play right there.
Yeah, special teams don't get enough credit, but man, with how...
Go ahead.
That's
the guy that made the bouncing on his helmet play earlier, isn't it?
Hey, he has hands too.
We're gonna have to upgrade him from a Bud Light to some kind of microbrew or something, a craft brew, something good.
Well, you'll do some research and we'll come back to it next week.
Yeah, we'll come back with a better drink for him.
Wick fighting his way for 4 yards on that play. His average coming down a little bit, unsurprisingly. What do you think the Titans need to do to get that spark?
Well, they were moving the ball on the last drive, and then they got cute and ran a toss. Got stuffed. They need to go back to the basics and, punch them in the face with Wick. Use those quick routes to the receiver. Going to be a flag there. They had a great first drive, and they haven't done that since then. They haven't done what they did then. They didn't get cute. They did what worked. And since then, it's like they've been experimenting. So I feel like that's what the Titans need. Oh, I was thinking that might be defensive pass interference, but it was not.
No, it was not holding for the Titans. That was against Brandon Judge, left tackle. And one thing I haven't seen from the Titan offense, he was the same coach as last season. They loved their out routes last season. We haven't really seen them use those too much. Exactly. 2nd and 10 now from the 4. Hand off to Wick, who's going to fight forward for 5. So gains back a little bit of the yardage lost from the penalty, but 3rd and 5 now.
Well, 3rd and 5 is better than 3rd and 10, that's for sure. But you saw right there, straight ahead, 5 yards. This guy's he's almost 250 pounds. What are you doing running a toss with this guy? Ever.
Yeah.
And I think that I keep going back to that. I'm kind of beating that horse to death. But but I think that illustrates what has happened to them.
Yeah.
Since that first drive.
It's true, and that play right there, he had a shot over the top to James, and just not placed in the spot it needed to be, tipped away. I love that James jumps back on it, just in case the ref didn't see it hit the ground. And
you love the enthusiasm.
3 and out here for the Titans. Punt is away, and Returner's going to spin out. 2 guys get to the 37. Excellent field possession for the Pirates. You have to capitalize.
Yes. You know, I got to quit going to this, but another very important drive for both teams. It's an opportunity for the Pirates to open up a big lead, and Titans have got to prevent that.
Wood only averaging 2.6 per carry, which is kind of, it feels like he's doing better than that. But he's been stuffed a few times. We're going to hand it off to the Garion up the middle, who's going to gain 3.
Well, I thought that looked like that was going to pop for a second.
What was that, Ty Garion?
Van Lin said no.
Yeah, Max Van Lin has been very good in the middle of this defense. 21 personnel again for the Pirates. See if they go back to the ground. Wet it up the middle. And good God, there was a lot of Titans defenders in the area to bring him down.
Yeah, they didn't get the blocking they needed for that one.
And another third down.
Like the Pirates need to, and it's a little surprising that didn't happen in that case. They need to be in situations where, because remember that touchdown that Whittick got was out of a single back formation. I feel like they need to get defenders out of the box to help him out a little bit as well.
Rhodes deep caught, somehow brings it in, and that's down to the 10-yard line. That's Gaddy who brings that one in. You leave your feet, you see defeat, and the defender dove for it. For a second there, I thought it was picked, but no, caught, and a big play for the Pirates.
Yeah. He was already beat before he laid out. That was a kind of a desperation play. Huge play, because barring some kind of catastrophe, they're going to get points now.
First and goal from the 10. Dynasty drops back to throw left side corner. Touchdown, Pirates! Right with the picture-perfect toe tap. And the King flexes on those Titan defenders.
That was a beautiful, beautiful play. I mean, a little bit off on the throw. It kind of came back inside. But, you know, that's a tight window. He was able to get it in there for his receiver. That was a beautiful catch.
And you mentioned opening up that 14-point lead. The Titans' offense really needs to find their stride. And you mentioned getting cute. They need to get their passing game going. A big part of why their passing game is struggling is this kick is nearly blocked as there's a bad snap. But the Pirates keep pinning the Titans back, and then they just run it. And they haven't been able to find that rhythm and consistency with James and Spider and McLean through the passing game. I don't even think McLean has 100 yards in this game.
I don't think so. I'm having a hard time remembering. All I remember is him missing. Now, obviously, he's got a touchdown pass, which was just a swing to the fullback. But other than that first drive, I don't remember completions even. I know he's got them, but I don't remember them.
Wick is going to get him to the 24. That's where this drive is going to start. You got to hit James. You got to hit Spider. They've tried. Admittedly, I mean, we've had a couple deep shots, especially to James, that just haven't worked out. But you got to figure out something. You got 3:57 to go in this quarter, and you've been struggling getting the first down.
Yes, they have. They sure didn't look like that was going to be an issue in that first drive, but been fooled before, haven't we?
McLean's going to go down on this sack as Manuel Connors gets to him. He didn't even have time to check it down to the running back there. Immediate pressure from the linebacker.
Yes. He wasn't even touched. They got a great surge up front, and looked like the center didn't catch the blitz, and so he doubled the nose tackle, and that left him completely alone.
2nd and 15. They keep finding themselves in these long down and distances. McLean to throw. Going to throw it underneath. Laying out is Ricky Spider. Going to come down with the highlight reel catch, but it's still third down.
Well, third down. Great catch. Great effort, but still got work to do.
We'll see who they go to. They got 4 receivers on the field. Need 8 yards, and this is, you got to get something strung together. They're going to throw it, and it's going to be caught. That is James. Oh, no, that's Spider again. Is it Spider or James? It's James, number 6, who comes down with it.
I think that's going to be an issue all year.
It's going to be an issue all year.
I'm going to be looking at those numbers going, who is that?
I'll just start calling them Breddington, Spider, and Ricky James. Shotgun formation for McLean and company. Maybe trying to get back to that passing offense. McLean to throw. Deep shot left side. Caught. Down to the 30-yard line goes Spider this time. Getting the offense clicking just a little bit.
Yeah, this is big. Where was this earlier? Working outside, mostly working outside of the hash marks. When they do throw inside, they've got complementary routes to spread out that area, like that last one to James that they converted the 3rd down. It was a very good combination. I don't know where this was in the first half, but we're finally seeing it, and they needed it big time.
I think they were just being too conservative because of where they kept lining up on these drives.
I agree. Yeah,
toss play to Wick, and they're going to get some blocking. Wick's going to break a tackle and turn that into 5 yards.
Okay. I don't like it, but it worked. So maybe not do it again. Yeah, hey, I'll take 5 yards. If they can get 5 yards, then a toss play is not cute, but get stuffed, you're getting too cute.
Yeah, it's not a high percentage play, especially with the running back they have. Going up the middle just seems to be better. They're going to throw it from this Joker set. And out route going to be caught. Spider brings that one down. Another dangerous out route as the Pirates cornerbacks are really clamping down on those quick outs.
Yeah, they are. They seemed, it's like they scouted them or something. They seem to know what's coming.
3rd and 2 now. You really do need a touchdown, but any points will help. McLean changing something at the line. Going to throw out route. Spider again. 1st down. Seems like Spider's kind of filling that Clay Kersley role from last season.
Yeah, he's their converter, isn't he? At first I was like, oh, what are you doing? But that was a bear front, and the coverage was such that that obviously would end up being a good play. Let's see if we get the sweep here if they run something else.
1st and 10. McLean to throw underneath. Spider, 3 yards.
I feel like at this point a field goal would be a serious letdown.
I think so too.
It would feel like a fail.
Momentum-wise, you want to punch this one in for 6.
Really, yeah, you really need to keep pace.
They're going to throw out of the heavy set. McLean looking around, going to run for it, and unfortunately kind of gets caught up on his own man, but going to get 2 or maybe 3 yards. Love seeing McLean take off.
If he'd have gotten the block there, that guy was kind of, I didn't catch the number. Didn't see if that was a tight end or
81.
a lineman, but 81. Okay, so it looked like a tight end then. He was looked a little surprised to see his quarterback running in his direction.
End of 3 here in Pacific, 21-7. We still have 11 minutes to go in this one, and the Titans are in the red zone. You're watching high school football here on the HCU YouTube channel. Don't go anywhere. Don't touch that dial, even though dials haven't been used in anything remotely technological for television in years.
You and I barely can remember dials, and I'm old.
McLean to throw. End zone shot. Spider has it. And the drive is capped off in style.
Huge clutch drive. The Titans. This game was over if they didn't do this. I feel confident saying this game was over if they didn't do this. Fantastic throw. Fantastic drive all around.
Exactly what they needed. You mentioned that drive, and feeling like it was a little bit over. I mean, there's been a lot of points in this game that you thought the Titans were just about to get the momentum, and then they just stalled out. And I think this goes back to us talking about whether they got settled for 3 or not. Settling for 3, I feel like, would have felt like stalling out again. Now the defense just has to put together a decent drive, and we might have a tie game here in a few minutes.
Yeah, I mean, if they had to settle for 3, and then Pirates got even 1 or 2 first downs, that would bleed a lot of clock, and now they are really up against it. Now they've just got to get a stop. They obviously want to keep them from scoring, but they'll get the ball back if they can stop them. Even after a couple of first downs, if they can stop them, they'll get the ball back. They'll have time and can make something with it. It would have been a massive problem if they would have only gotten 3.
Rudy Ragel, Rudy Ragel, the kick returner for the Pirates. He's been very explosive. I feel like he spun out someone on every single return.
Yeah, he has looked good.
Dynasty in the shotgun now. See if they try to air it out again. They're going to hand it to the backup running back, and that's Reese who comes up to make the tackle. It's Emerson Ladner who carried there. I don't exactly. Oh no, that was Targaryen. Was that Targaryen actually? They ran Targaryen out of the shotgun.
I think so. I got to pull up my. Yeah, it was.
2nd and 12 now.
Going back 27. Yep.
Going back to a more traditional running formation. Hands it to Whittet up the middle, and they're just sitting on it. Not much space for Whittet to use his speed. They've been very good at containing him so far today.
Yes, they have. The Titans, pretty good run defense.
I wouldn't hate seeing them run a draw with Whittet.
No, I mean, theoretically, that should be a good play for him.
Dynasty to throw, out route, going to be caught, and short of the sticks, out of bounds too. 3 and out forced by the Titans defense, and not a lot of clock bled. Basically the ideal situation for Southwest.
Yeah, that is 100% what the Titans needed. Like I was saying, with the closing it to 1 score, it wouldn't have been fatal if the Pirates had gotten a first down or even maybe 2. But this way, they can do their thing. And if they can get another stop, if they go down and score and get another stop, now they have the momentum and the chance to win the game in regulation. So,
kick going to be fielded and brought out to the 20-yard line. And that's where Springer will be tackled down 22-yard line to be precise. And do you think they changed anything from that last drive, or just do the exact same thing?
If it's me, I come out and do exactly what we did in the last one. Don't be afraid to throw. Don't be afraid to, some of those, because they took a couple of shots in that last drive, and I think you come out and you do it.
Hand off to Wick on first down, and high stepping for 4 yards. Manuel Connors with the tackle. Second.
It's the kind of play, if you were down two scores, you would have been disappointed with, but only 1 score, it works.
Yeah, all situational. 2nd and 6, single high safety for the Pirates. They're going to go with the draw play to Wick. That was actually the backup. I'm giving up on that name. The backup running back. I'll work on that in my week. I worked on it before this game. I still can't get it. Lavagine.
I think that's Levine. I'm sitting there looking at it. I think I've seen that before. They pronounce it Levine.
I'm glad that's not a user player that I'm butchering. McLean to throw under pressure, gonna get chopped down low. Hit on him, and you're happy to see him get up, because that's a dangerous hit from Clemens.
Made my ACL hurt just seeing it.
Yeah, cut out from under his legs in a 4th and 15, not the drive that Titans won.
Flashback to Carson Palmer getting wrecked by who was that guy? What got him? Or was it a Bengals guy on someone else? Doesn't matter. It was a while ago, and it wasn't pretty.
Yeah, never liked to see injuries, so always happy when guys get fumble though. Titans jump on it, and it's Southwest ball.
Wow.
Momentum shift they needed. They forced a fumble on the punt return, and we were just talking about Ragnall and giving him some praise, but coughing it up in a massive moment, giving the Titans plus field position.
That's a big deal. Wow. Wow. You start to wonder if he had money on the game. Yeah, that's, boy.
1st and 10 for McLean. The throw, move around the pocket. Penalty flag, throws it deep, and it's in double coverage. Tipped away. He was looking for Spider. We'll see what the call is. If it's a defensive call, I don't hate the shot downfield, but I have a feeling it's on the offense.
I feel like it's, yeah, I was going to say, I feel like it's probably holding.
Offensive holding. That's a left tackle again, who is the offending party, and that's kind of a gut punch.
You don't need that. You're trying to win this game, trying to tie this thing up. You don't need that play.
Now 1st and 20 from the 40. As you get a look at Ricky Spider. Their own 48 now, not the opposing 48. McLean under center. Nickel defense from the Pirates. They pick up the rushers across the middle. It's going to be caught, and James manages to fall forward, picks up almost all the yards they lost on the penalty.
Yeah, not a bad play. They were smart. Didn't need to get it all at once, and not that bad off now. They took care of part of their problem.
You need to cut this one down though on this play. You're going to throw it McLean to the running back Wick, who's going to lose a yard, and that's a massive miss.
Yeah, that was. I feel like that was a little bit of a failure of the running back vision right there. He much better off going upfield. I think he tried to make more out of that than he was possible.
Well, 3rd and 12 now. 4 receivers for McLean. See what they can do on the edge of field goal range, even if they don't convert. Steps up underneath, tipped and incomplete. He hit him in his hands, and Joyce, again, the tight end, cannot bring it in. He's going to probably get benched. Wendell Joyce.
Yeah, this guy's getting pressed for all the wrong reasons right now, isn't he? That's disappointing.
And it was a good route combination. I don't necessarily hate the play that they drew up, but that hurts. And if you complete that, maybe you consider going for it on 4th down. But now 4th and 12, there's no way.
Yeah. Yeah. Now you're a little bit. Your back's against the wall, so to speak, because you really need to stop them. You need to stop them relatively soon, because a couple of first downs, forgive me, and they will be. A lot of clock going to be gone, and now you've got a real problem. So yeah, that was a big deal.
Nearly
really big deal.
That was about 2 feet from a perfect punt.
It was,
but it goes into the end zone. They're going to get at the 20. Yeah, you mentioned the defense needs to show up. And the running, it's going to be the running game we know on probably 1st and 2nd down. So Max Van Lins, you see him in the middle of the field right there. That's the guy to be watching. But they are coming out in a bunch formation on 1st down, so they might be proving me wrong. We're going to throw it. Dynasty checks down underneath, and that's going to be inches as the spin got him close. Dynasty over 200 yards. McLean just under. A clean game from both these quarterbacks. No interceptions from either of them. And honestly, both quarterbacks have played pretty well in their debuts.
Yeah, they have. I mean, I wouldn't have any, setting aside the score, I wouldn't have any problem with either one of these quarterbacks for that game. It'd be like, hey, you did a good job. You managed it, made plays when you could. No turnovers. A good game for both of them.
2nd and 1, handoff to Whittet. Whittet spins out one, and they're lucky he couldn't get the second guy on the ground.
Wow.
As that's going to be a first down, though.
Yes, it is. Big first down. More time going to come off the clock. And pressure starting to mount on the Titans.
Yeah, as time keeps ticking. Split back formation. They did a fullback toss out of this play before. They're going to hand it off to the fullback here. And I don't know where Targaryen was going. I think if he just cuts it up in the middle of the field, he might get some positive yards.
Yeah, he looked like he had tunnel vision on where the play was supposed to go, not where the play evolved to. And you know, that happens with young running backs, but not the play they needed there.
2nd and 12. We're just about to be under 5 minutes to go in this one. Dynasty drops back to throw. Gonna be picked off underneath. The Titans are gonna score on a pick 6, and we have a tie ball game.
Wow.
Val Sally forth and get that pick. Dynasty doesn't see him, just sits underneath, and that's the break the Titans needed.
I just want to take a moment and salute you for saying Sally Forth. That's the play. The coach is on the sidelines going, why did I call that play? Why did I do that? And probably Dynasty's going, why did I throw that? All of a sudden, it's a whole new ball game, and both sides are very tense.
Oh,
what
yeah.
a play.
Really the first mistake, big mistake that either of these quarterbacks have made. I mean, go back to the miss with James and McLean in the first half. You're not quite sure who that was on, really. So, but this is really the first big mistake of the game from either of these quarterbacks, and it's a costly one.
It's such a costly one. If they can't drive down and score, even just, hey, they still could. If they have a nice drive and go down and get a field goal and clinch this thing, great. They're not going to feel too bad about it. But if they don't, the way the Titans have been lately, you got to be afraid that they're going to be able to steal this thing.
2 hands on the football there from the returner after I don't know why he's doing a shimmy, man. You coughed up the ball, and but 2 turnovers for the Pirates, putting the Titans back in this one.
Yes, a big deal. I'm not always a very nice coach. I think I'd be reminding that guy when he came to the sidelines, like, I don't know why you're shimmying, because you got a fumble already. But
yeah, 1st and 10 here for Dynasty. He's going to throw right back out route, and going to be 7-yard completion there to number 87. That will be the receiver for the Pirates, Jan Bohem.
I meant to say before that I didn't mind them throwing the ball in that circumstance. They came out in a single back formation. I think that's been their best running formation, and so I felt like both things were an option. I didn't mind them throwing the ball on the last drive. But you had to be careful to make sure, and now they're in a situation where they're going to have to probably.
Woodett stuffed in the backfield again, 3rd and 4. Yeah, you mentioned that was Reese on the tackle. You mentioned now you're in a situation where you're probably going to have to throw it as we get into 4 minutes. Yeah, 3rd and 4, is that kind of that, do we run until we throw it situation?
Yeah. Honestly, if I'm them, I throw it. Look for an out route either up top or, okay.
Or you just run it and you get stuff for loss of one. Alberto Lerma with the tackle, and all the momentum in the world is bleeding gray and burgundy right now. Southwest is, it's all the momentum.
I hope that my exhale there wasn't too loud for the listeners. That was a very questionable. They ran that play earlier and it didn't work, and I said something about it then, and then they just ran it again and it didn't work. That is a disappointing outcome, I think.
Almost like there's a reason it doesn't work. 3:11 now, though, and the Titans with the ball, and JT McLean has a chance to go be the hero in his debut with the Titans. He has big shoes to fill with a 5-star recruit that he was behind in Fletcher Gross. a lot on his shoulders right now.
Yeah. 80 yards to glory here, son.
McClain drops back.
He doesn't need to score a
touchdown. No, fumble from the other side. Happened. But it's going to be recovered from the Titans.
Got it back.
James falls on it. And I think all the Titans fans have their hearts in their throat right now.
Yeah.
Hurry up. McClain under pressure, throws it. Gonna be caught, first down. I don't know what I feel about this hurry up, but right now it's working.
Yeah. I don't know. You don't need it.
Deep throw tipped up. Incomplete.
And you definitely need to not do that again.
I cut you off. What you were saying about this drive before it took a step to level 9.
Yeah, I don't know. It fled when that ball popped out. Any thoughts I had in my brain were immediately erased. So
I think there's some fans at home
Social Security number for a second there. So
I think there's some fans at home that felt the same way on that. McClain to throw out route, tipped in the air. Oh boy, that tight end. I don't want to be him when I have to go to the locker room after this game.
Yeah. He's it's going to be a rough one.
3rd and 10. Big 3rd down here. You want to get the first, but you don't want to make a dumb play. McClain drops back, deep throw across the middle. Gonna be broken up by the Pirates. He was looking for James, but the safety was there to knock it away. That was Lincoln Marcoso, and just a beautiful play from him to knock that one out. James thought he had it.
Yeah, I think he probably felt like he was about to convert. That would have been such a big play. So now you're in a situation. This is that chess match and that difficult thing. Now you're in a situation as the Titans. You're not going to go for it, obviously, but you left them with a lot of time, and they only need a field goal. It's going to be really painful if that's how it turns out.
The flurry of action there in that drive results in nothing. 2 minutes, 19 seconds for the Pirates, and all timeouts are still on the board for both these teams. I mean, this game went from looking like one team might blow it out to all of a sudden very, very close end here. Dynasty under center is going to throw. Deep shot. Caught. Down to the 41. Massive. And one play in, and they're already in Titan territory.
That is a massive play. That is such a big play. Now they can. They don't have to panic. They can. I wouldn't try to run it out of a 2-back set. I'd try to run it out of a single back because they were more successful. They can do that. They don't have to be going downfield. And if all they end up with is a field goal, that's just fine.
2-minute warning here in Pacific. You're watching the High School Football Alliance, and we're kicking off the season with a great game.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
21 personnel for the Pacific Pirates. Targaryen and Whittet in the backfield. They're going to throw it to Whittet, and he has some space, going to step out of bounds after 8 yards.
That's a perfect way to use Whittet in that situation.
I'm surprised they haven't used him like that earlier in the game. I mean, I feel like getting him on that swing when you lead him upfield with his speed, that's hard to cover.
He needs 8 to 10 of those a game, to be perfectly honest.
2nd down and 2, just outside of field goal range for the Pirates. Hand off to Targaryen up the middle. Targaryen's going to get inside the 30 and get a first down.
Great play. Great choice right there. Very solid play calling.
Yeah, great play. And now Time is ticking away. The Titans, all they can do is sit on the sideline and watch McClain, I'm sure, playing back through some of the plays on that last drive. Now, at this point, the Pirates just field position. And don't turn it over. They're going to throw it, though, out to Whittet, who gets a block down the sideline. Whittet is down inside the 10 to the 5.
Wow. I was about to be critical, but I can't. That was fantastic.
Yeah, I was about to be critical as well for throwing it there, and it worked.
It did.
Getting 13, I think there's Gaddy out in front to get the block. Van Linge slows him down and gets him out of bounds before. Only bad part is it went out of bounds. So
yes, good point. I mean, he could have thrown the out there, but throwing the swing like that, he was able to effectively get a blocker downfield, and made that much more successful.
Pirates now at the 5.
Seriously, fellas, don't throw the ball.
Tarkarian to the 2. First timeout taken for the Titans. If you're the Titans, you just let them score?
I think you have to. What other choice do you have? Because they're going to score, unless you really think you can block a field goal. The way it's looking now, the Mad King looks like he's gonna slam the door on him.
From the 2, handoff, Whittet up the middle, breaks one tackle, can't find Pater, and timeout taken for the Titans.
Here's a situation, I've seen it countless times, which is panic in this situation. And hey, maybe they don't have a field goal kicker. We haven't seen him really yet. At this range, it's still an extra point, and he's had no problem. But and I've certainly coached teams where a field goal was not never mind.
Whittet, touchdown. Non-issue. Swift Whittet gets 6 points and takes the lead for the Pirates with 1:06 to go in the game. Titans with the timeout and a minute to go. Folks, this game ain't over, and it might come down to wondering if the Pirates lose this game. You're gonna go back to that play and go, "Ooh, maybe you should have waited for the field goal."
Right. If this was a couple of drives ago, I would have said I don't think the Titans have it in them to go down the field in the time they need. But they have shown us in the last couple of drives ability to get downfield. Whether they can is a whole other question, but we have seen that they can do it. So it's not, it's not impossible. But wow, this is not how I anticipated this game going. What a game already! Regardless of how it ends, what a game already. This has been fantastic.
And both teams playing their heart out on opening weekend or opening Friday for high school football. High stepping. Wick to the 20. 80 yards to glory. JT McClain with a chance to be the hero once again. Couldn't get it done the last drive. Can he get it done on this one?
I told my players all the time, I said, you're not gonna realize until you're done playing ball how incredible this experience is. You have a chance to make a memory that you're going to have the rest of your life. And the truth is, win or lose, they're going to remember it the rest of their life.
Route.
It just isn't normal. That's not a great play. It just isn't normal. This is an experience you don't have in your normal life. And part of the joy of it is seeing how people react. Boy, single coverage on that deep. I would have loved to have seen him take that throw deep.
That's a dangerous, high risk, low reward out route there for the Titans. I don't like it.
I don't like that play, that route combination there at all, because you're bringing an extra defender into that space.
2nd down and 10 for the Titans, and McClain to throw. McClain, deep shot, tipped up, incomplete, looking for James. They've covered the the deep. They've covered James very well today. Only 3 catches on 10 targets. And they're crediting James with 2 drops. I don't really think there was 2 egregious drops in this game.
Yeah, I don't. That seems a little unfair. Seems a little unfair because I'm guessing one of them is probably that one that the guy came over and he was sliding, trying to make the catch and convert the first down. Maybe not, but
out route tipped away. More great defense from the Pirates. Spider couldn't bring this one in, and it all comes down to this game. This play right here, 4th and 10 for the Titans.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. A lot of pressure. A lot of pressure right now.
Four receivers set.
Tell you, when you're in these situations, you can't believe how hard your heart is pounding. Just feel it all over.
McLean deep, caught, and they convert.
What a throw! Wow, it was a laser beam.
35 seconds. McLean under pressure, hits as he throws, and just throws over the top of the defense, and at least stops the clock.
Yeah, and it gives them a moment to reset a little bit and not be quite so panicked.
I can't even imagine being one of these players right now. I'm in the broadcast booth and I'm at the edge of my seat.
Mm-hmm. I actually found as a coach that it was because you're focused on what you're doing, you're focused on the next thing. That was probably calmest that I ever was in those circumstances. As a player, I remember being a player and being just like absolutely on edge. And then as a fan, being absolutely on edge. But as a coach, I'm sitting here thinking about my
deep
next move.
Throw. Caught!
Look at that.
James to the 23. 10 seconds left. They call their final timeout. Breddington James
caught
showing
that
up.
in stride. If he could have caught that in stride, what? Oh, it's still big time throw, big time play from both of them.
Wow, you could not ask for a better ending than this. This is probably going to be the last play of the game. Barring a quick incompletion, if he's tackled in bounds, this is it. McLean under center. He's going to throw. Deep across the middle. It's going to be tackled in bounds, and they're going to fall 10 yards short. The Titans cannot complete the comeback. The Pirates defend home turf, and they're going to walk away with the win 28-21. Wow. Did you see the yardage? Very close game. The turnovers, the Pirates overcome the 2 turnovers to win this game. 28-21. So close at the end there. JT McLean so close to being able to pull that one off, but not quite able to do it. It hurts to see the guy get tackled inbounds with no timeouts remaining. But a great game from both these two teams.
Yeah, both of them had their moments when they were out of it seemed, or about to be, and then they fought back, and both of them had their moments when they were on top and looked like they were going to pull. And, the young guys struggle sometimes with that emotional roller coaster, but they did very, very well.
Both these teams should be pretty proud of their debut performances. And they go back to the connection that could make or break the season for the Titans, I think, is the McLean to James connection. There was 2 plays in this game that they were just a little bit off, and connect on one of those, and that's a touchdown.
Yes, I agree, and that could be their secret. They obviously are going to be able to run the ball, and but we were saying earlier, you need to have both, And if they can get just a touch more production out of that connection, might put them over the top. That probably would have made a difference in this game.
For Craven, for myself, thank you for watching. This has been High School Football. Stick around for more, and we'll see you next time.